Gotta love the intro music. Hey, welcome everybody to Psychic Cafe. Come on in, grab a
Hey,
coffee,
hey.
tea, pull up a chair, hang out with us. Monday Funday.
Monday, Funday.
Yeah, yeah. So Charlotte's here. Um, I don't know what's going on. Michelle had a rough day with her grandkids and things happened and issues. And of course she works, I mean, she has a lot of work on Mondays anyway. So we never expect her to show up. But she showed up what, like the last two Mondays?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how many people saw the new banner for the show, the new graphic? It's got like all of our current hosts on it. Because I
Excellent.
thought, well, I was changing banners and making new banners, and like, depending on who was going to be on the show that night, and then I don't know whether they're going to, this person going to make it but this person doesn't, blah 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 blah. Ellie and Michelle and you mostly, but sometimes Pamela and all, even Maria's popped in on a Saturday afternoon show and stuff. So I said, hey, you know what, because these psychic cafe live shows are open to all of our hosts to pop on, I'm just going to make a banner with everybody's picture. I only have to make one, and
Right.
I can use it on all the shows. So that's what I'm doing now. And it's really neat. I even have Janice on there because you never know. Janice might finally pop on a live show with us.
Yeah. For
She
recorded shows, do- is she doing any of those? Has she done any of those lately? I used to
Oh, I'm gonna.
really enjoy her pre-recorded shows.
Well, last year I like went through all of her pre-recorded shows. I just rebroadcasted them. And I
Yeah.
think, and you know what? They're evergreen. They never get stale. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
it's good anytime, great information. I'm gonna start putting them out again just for fun. Eh, eh, got a whole lot of them. I want to get her on some shows and everything. I mean, she's still a host. She's still a paying host on the roster and everything. So hopefully we'll get her
Yeah.
to. She's been so busy the last couple of years. She expanded her. She's a psychotherapist, and she expanded her practice, and now she's got all these other licensed clinical social workers and psychotherapists and everything working under her. Like, she's the head
Really?
doobie. Yeah. So
That's
she's
cool.
she's like busy, 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 busy.
Well, that's the price you pay for popularity, I guess.
Yeah. I'm glad for her though. Doing good.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, if you're new to the shows, maybe you're listening on the radio. Hey, we simulcast on YouTube. And if you're watching the show on YouTube, guess what? We simulcast on radio. So, what does that mean? Well, if you're listening to us, you can actually come and see us and see the cards we pull and all that kind of stuff and hang out with us. Just go over to YouTube, and we are The Psychic Cafe. So you type in The Psychic Cafe, and you might have to filter for channels. Sometimes it pops up right away, though. Click on our channel, and then when you get on our channel, you're going to see the current live. It'll have the red, live. Just click on that, go inside there. You'll see us on video, me and Charlotte, and you can join us in the chat room. Likewise, if you're watching on YouTube, you're in the chat room, what have you, you can call into the show, 714-816-4628. Oh my gosh. This means that, let's see, did the phone lines work last Monday? I think so.
Yeah, they did.
And they worked on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Remember we did the Wednesday show? That was our last show. And then we took a big break because it's the beginning of the month. I have meetings I go to. So we don't do the Saturday show. I had some other event on Thursday, so the normal Thursday show we didn't do. Fridays, of course, we're looking to fill in uh, now that Catherine's gone, and we normally take that whole weekend, that first weekend off anyway. So I ended up with a 4-day weekend. Man, was that nice? Oh my god! All I all I did, besides my normal stuff around the house, taking care of the old folks at home, um, all I did was watch comedy shows over and over, all different shows,
Mhm.
all different
Perfect.
comedians. Because they say laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah.
Man, I watched comedians I didn't even know existed. I mean, it's not like the old days where, you know, every famous uh comedian, I mean, all you have to do is watch Hollywood Squares and they'd be on there, right? But no,
Right.
nowadays, yeah, there aren't like 20 famous comedians in the world. There's more like 20,000, and you can't keep up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like music. I gave up on music. I'd say a good 15, 20 years ago, I gave up on music. I, I'll occasionally hear a song and I'll really, really like it. And I'll use Shazam because that's something we didn't have in the 80s. Where you get on your phone, you push Shazam, push the Shazam button. It tells you who the artist is, what the song is, everything instantaneously. Man, I needed that growing up. I wasn't good at remembering band names and song names and stuff like that. Love music, love singing. I do a lot of karaoke. I sing a lot,
Right.
but can't memorize anything. So yeah, if I haven't heard it and written it down or whatever, people will talk about all these, famous I mean ultra famous, like the entire world knows these artists. I'm like, yeah, not me. I
Yeah.
haven't I have no idea who you're talking to, Um, I'll hear a song and be able to say, "Oh yeah, I've heard that before. I like that song." That doesn't mean I know who it is, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yep. I know. I'm there with you right
Yeah.
now because, but I had a brother-in-law that he could tell you the name of the band, band members, the year the song came out,
Yep.
and most of the time all of the lyrics, and he was a fabulous singer on top of all that. So he was such a blast to take to karaoke. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and he
I would
was a
love
fun
that.
person to be around, but yeah, he was one of those people though that did have you know that brain that could just pull in
Hmm.
that information, retain it, and then
Well, and also
spit it
it's
back
your
out again.
interest though. It's your interest too. Like I can tell you a crap load of stuff about different sci-fi movies and sci-fi shows and who was in them and who was in this
Yeah.
was also in that one. And it's all about interest really.
Yeah.
And music, I just didn't have the focus for it like how some people well, growing up, we didn't have Walkman and stuff. I mean, we had Walkman, but we didn't have like iPods yet, even, I mean, now it's all on
Yeah.
your phone, and you've got all of these outlets. I mean, we used to actually have to buy music, and if it wasn't being broadcasted live on the radio or you bought the music, you didn't get to hear it. Nowadays, you don't have to spend a dime and you can listen to anything you want on Spotify or what have you. I mean, all these different apps and stuff like that, and Apple Play and all that. I don't even know what they're.
You have to pay
Anyway,
for Spotify and Apple. You have
uh,
to pay for both.
mine's free. I use Spotify and it's free. But there's another one too that's like everybody uses and I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's free, free, free. Anyway, but we didn't have that when we were young, and So it was a different thing. You had to be really into music, have a lot of money, could buy the LPs, learn who all the artists were, read all the magazines, watch all the TV shows. Nowadays, everything's at your fingertips. You can just look up a band on Google and it'll tell you everybody that's ever been in the band, all of their albums, when they came out. It's beautiful, but we didn't have that. And so I
I
just,
love it because that has turned me on to like people that I probably never would have heard of. Like,
mhm.
um, you probably have not heard of Louis Capaldi. He ended up being diagnosed with Tourette's. He didn't realize he had it, but he's from Scotland. Incredible singer, incredible songwriter. He's just in his 20s.
Mhm.
Funnier than funny, funny guy. And he bought his Tourette's is at exacerbated by uh extreme excitement and stress. And
Right.
so by the end of his concerts, he had a really bad, shoulder, and he finally had to cancel his I mean, and like he was sold out. His first his first tour he did, and his first tour he sold out before like his I don't even know if his album had come out yet. It was like just a few songs on the
That's
radio, and he
insane.
had already sold out a
Who is
stadium
it?
tour. His name is Louis Capaldi.
Louis.
Louis Capaldi, and he's kind of a he is so unpretentious as far as like his looks and
Mhm.
what have you, and he's very self-deprecating, but super funny and super, just a great singer, great songwriter. He sold a lot of his songs to different people, and
Wow, he's only 28 too. I just looked him up.
yeah,
Again, that's a
yeah,
perfect example. Never heard of him, never came across my feed. If it doesn't come, like there was this comedian, I found out, there's this controversy in it. Like I saw all these videos on YouTube berating this guy, and then I never heard of the guy. In fact, the people reviewing him, and they had 5 million followers, and this other lady had 2.5 million followers. I had never heard of them, the people reviewing him negatively. So I had to look him up, go on YouTube, start watching his videos, and I'm like, okay, I don't get it. I mean, yeah, some of his stuff is
is he
off
the one that
color,
kind of
but
makes
he's
is
a
he the one that
freaking
makes
comedian. What do you want?
is he the one that makes fun of his audience a lot? He can be. He pushes the
Well,
line
they
of
all
political.
they all do that. They all do that. He
He,
doesn't get that political though. He's mostly
I know I was going to
he
say PC, political correctness,
he's he's
socially
he's
acceptable.
definitely not PC. His biggest fan base is women, but he's deprecating the women, but they love it. It's
Yeah,
and he's really
I
hot,
get,
so it's
and
it's
he's
like they
yeah.
just go there. They're hoping he'll take his shirt off. So what it is, and
Oh,
and
oh,
the
this
only
guy just
men
seems like
there
he
are
was living down
because
the
the
hall.
women drag the men there, like drag their boyfriends, their husbands, uh,
Yeah,
or
it's
the
like
gay
going
guy
to
drag the other gay guy.
yeah, yeah. It's like going to a well, back in the day, like a Chris Isaac concert. The only guys you saw there were there because they wanted to get laid. So
uh,
yeah, I'll take my wife or my girlfriend there because I know when this concert's done, I'm gonna get laid.
I know, and I love Chris Isaac. I sing Wicked Game all the time. People love
Yeah.
my version of Wicked Game. Yeah, his name is Matt Rife,
Yep,
and
yep, yep. That's who I was thinking of.
yeah,
That's
and there's like all this controversy, and even the things that they were saying was so terrible and weren't even funny. And okay, so then I went and watched them, and I'm like, okay, not the greatest, but it's not bad. I mean, and I watched some of his older stuff and like a year ago, and it was good. It was good. And he wasn't always ragging on women, but he's a guy, so he's gonna say guy things. His material's aimed at guys. because he's a guy, and but the women love it, and bring their boyfriends and bring their husbands, and then those guys love what he's saying and they're just cracking up and everything like that. And it's like, I mean, come on, how 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 PC can you get? I mean, come on, it's comedy. It's supposed to be, they're the Pakistani guy is the comedian putting down the Jewish people, and the Jewish guys putting down the black people, and the black people are putting down the white people. That's what it is.
I know, but
Have you
I do
seen
have
Carlin? I mean, come on. I don't.
George Carlin. Oh
George
my
Carlin. Oh my God.
gosh.
Hey, hang on just a second though. I got to
But
do.
I do have to say, Matt, I've watched quite a few of his things. I'm hanging on. You said you got to do something.
I don't know. I was waiting for you to, because you said you were going to say something, and then your video froze, and
Oh, yours did too. That's funny.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but yeah, what were we going to finish up about
Oh, just
here?
that I have some of the things he said. My mouth is kind of dropped open. I'm like, whoa. I mean, like he's pushing. To me, he's pushing the boundary more than I understand why people are up in arms over what he says, but I mean, I'm not. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what the thing is,
it
you
depends
know
on
what
what
he's
he's
get,
doing. It
you
depends on
know what he's get, who he is and what he does. So why are you watching him? You
yeah,
have the option to change the channel.
and
You
he
know
does crowd work like nobody else.
exactly.
He comes up with the stuff instantaneously, and he's actually an extremely smart,
Yeah,
despite being beautiful. He's actually smart, but he's nice. There was this lady dying of cancer, and they're in the theater where the Beatles used to play, and
right.
and and everybody played there, Duran, whatever. And the lady who's dying of cancer, like, her daughter brings her to this concert, I mean, to this comedy show,
Yeah,
whatever. It was a special, it was a big deal. It wasn't one of his, they're at the stand-up club. This was a big deal. and
right.
and she told him, she remembers being on that stage dancing with the bands back in the day, all the way back to the Beatles. He got security to bring her up on stage and hugged her, and she was dancing up there. And the poor woman, she's dying stage 4 cancer, and he
Yeah,
said, what's your favorite thing to do? Maybe a spa day, we'll do the nails and stuff, and he's like, tomorrow, what's your favorite spa? Okay, tomorrow I'm taking you on my dime. I'm
yeah,
taking
yeah,
to a spa day, you know. And this is the person that, all these, like, I don't know, 21-year-old chicks that don't even know their ass from anyway. And oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's like, have you actually sat through? I'm not talking about watching one thing and 5 of his jokes. I'm talking about, I watched 6 specials,
hmm
hour and a half specials. I sat,
yeah,
you know, every freaking joke. One of them, I can remember watching this one special from, beginning to end, and there wasn't anything beyond, say, what Chris Rock would do in the whole thing,
yeah,
you know. And then watching all of that material, yeah, there was 1 or 2 questionable things, but it's a freaking comedy show. He's a comedian. If you don't like it,
yeah,
don't go. If you don't like
right,
it, go turn it on. You
yeah,
know, it drives people these days drive me insane. Which, by the way, watching all this comedy, because I had 4 days off, took a little mini vacation there, and that's what I did. I watched a bunch of comedy. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
I gotta start doing this stuff. See, at first I was thinking to myself, wait, I don't got a hook. I'm watching the Pakistani guy. I'm not Pakistani. I'm watching the hot straight white dude. Matt. It's like, that's not me. But then it dawned on me. It's like, I'm 60 and gay. I know shit that these young gays don't even have a freaking clue, you know. I mean, I could get on
Right.
thing of like, you're messing this up with the gay marriage and everything. That is God's gift to you as a gay person, that you don't have to deal with that shit. You're screwing it up. You know, I mean, I could make a whole comedy routine on this stuff. You know, it's like
Yeah.
back in my day, there was the L and the G, and sometimes we let the B in, but that was it. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and the first part, the L, G, and the B, you know, from T on, that's all about gender. The L, G, and the B. By the way, we finally let the B into the club. That's the bisexuals. You know, the L's, the G's, and the B. First, the L's and the G's, they didn't talk to each other back then. Okay, and then
No.
the L's and the G's and the B's, right? And those were sexualities. Yeah, we just wanted to have a good time. And then you guys put all the, by the way, they never invited me to the freaking convention where we ratified and voted to add the T and the plus and the Q and everything else. No one had me come to that convention. So I disavow the whole thing. I'm just telling you right now. Anyway, so
It
I,
is it is a rowdy reader night tonight. Holy cow. I thought
but,
I was gonna be the rowdy reader, but
but
I was clearly mistaken because Dax is
no,
on
but
a roll.
do you see how I could make that into a whole show? You know, just going on about,
Yeah, you're gonna give up the cards,
oh,
the
I'm told, you know,
hypnotherapy,
well,
all
see,
that. You're gonna
that's, you know, that's the
take it on the
beautiful
road.
thing. That's the beautiful thing, is I would still bring the cards on stage, and I would, you know, do readings for some of the people in the audience, you know, and I'd have things set up, of course, you know, and do a little magic, you know, work with the shuffling with and stuff. And yeah, I would totally do that. Hey, I was watching that thing when he brought the lady with stage 4 cancer up there, you know, and I wanted to be there. I wanted to be him because I'm a hypnotherapist. I know how to reduce pain. I would have freaked that audience out. I would have brought her up there. I would have put her into hypnosis. Where's the pain? I would just get rid of the whole pain for a day, just like that. And
There you go.
everybody would be standing and applauding and like, oh my God, did you see
They
what
would
he
have been
did?
screaming your name. Dax, Dax, Dax,
Yeah,
Dax.
stop. I'm telling you, I'm in the wrong business, you know.
Yeah,
But at
you
least we're on
definitely.
YouTube. At least we're on YouTube now.
Yeah,
Oh, and speaking of being on YouTube, because I always forget, please subscribe to the channel.
like and subscribe.
Like and
By
subscribe.
the
Hey,
by the way,
I wrote it down, Charlotte. We hold on, gotta get the paperwork. Okay, we are at 625 subscribers. We've already beat the first level, which is 500. We're trying to get to 1,000. So please subscribe and like, plus watch some of our other content besides these lives. We have categories with like workshops and things. You can watch the, you know, find something that you're interested in and watch through it. That'll help our watch hours. We only have, are you ready, Charlotte? We only have 218 watch hours to go to hit
wow,
3,000, and then we get monetized.
we need Dan to start watching the videos over again.
I know, I know. Where's Dan anyway? But no, it sounds like a lot, 218, but out of 3,000, 218 is not that much. We have
It's not
600,
a
well, we have 625 subscribers. If they all watched a half hour or 20 minutes, it would get us there. You see?
yeah. Well,
The power of multiplicity.
start making those phone calls, Dax, telling them,
I'm
us
telling you, come on,
give
everybody, watch the shows.
give them
Uh,
their assignment.
Let me check out the chat room here. Sahani's here. Sahani's back.
Hey,
Uh,
Sahani.
Ms. Makaya, Ms. Makaya. D Gray is back. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Dax. I'm late to all the past parties, but I'm back finally. Donna Gray, one of our members. Hey, Donna, welcome back. Sahani says, it's my birthday today, so I want to know, how is my day gonna be? So we got to pull cards for Sahani.
That is a she's brave asking for birthday reading on Rowdy Reader Day.
I know. I know. And what, hey, pull some cards while you're doing that. I'm going to show my cards of the day. Speaking of that, too, right? and I got to move everything out of the way here so I can get okay. So I got the universe card, which is the world card in most decks. This is the Llewellyn deck. And then I've got the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. So a few different things this could mean. One thing it could mean is the combination of these cards, you've reached the completion of a cycle and it's time to reach for the next level with your skills and abilities here, because obviously she's working on her craft there. The world, it could also be meaning that the world, like, whether it's through the World Wide Web or what have you, that's another modern meaning for the world card. The world is seeing your skills and abilities, taking notice, right? Another meaning could be that your skills and abilities have reached a high level now. Yes. It could also mean you should focus on acquiring skills that will help the most people. Or it could be as simple as, hey, put your crafts online. Put your crafts online. It could be that simple. Anyway, so that's what I got. Oh, what'd you get for Sahani?
Well, as predicted, when you asked for a reading on your birthday, happy birthday, by the way, 2 brand new cards. My deck is, she's acting up, man. She's wanting to fly these days because the last few weeks have been all new cards. So
Cool.
first card today is the Lost Compass, getting back to integrity. And it talks about sometimes you have to lose your way before you can find your way. And it's about getting back to your integrity, getting back to who you are, and who you want to be, who you are and what you want to do in life. And then I got the Wall, which is all about obstacles, and it's about being inconvenienced by life and detours and all that kind of stuff, but that you just have to sometimes those things are put in place because you need to slow down a little bit. And it fits perfect with that. Once I start talking about this card, because at first I was like, how do those fit? And then I start talking, I'm like, oh, that's how they fit. But it's, they're put in place because sometimes you do have to just slow down, take a breath, quit trying to push forward so hard. And then you can get back to, you can figure out where you step, how you've gotten off on this detour and to get back on the path to being you again. So hope that helped. Hope it resonates a little bit. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Suhani.
Happy birthday to you.
So Miss Micaiah is going through, or Micaiah, however you want to say it, is going through some stuff here mentally after losing a boyfriend last year. After he died, I found out so many secrets about his life. Doesn't it always happen that way too? It does. It does. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
It does, but it's in the past, so.
Yeah, but I'm going to pull some cards. I'll see what comes up. I'm still grieving, but angry at the same time. Yeah, that happens, obviously. I want to be okay. And hey, you can be okay, Ms. Micaiah. So what's coming up? Okay, first words out of your mouth. First thing you typed. I am going through mentally something. Anyway, you mentioned mentally. First card. Queen of Swords.
Off with their heads.
Yes, plus saying get a hold, get a grip on yourself, woman. Okay. Swords are thoughts and ideas, and when the swords come up, it sometimes means that the tarot, the universe wants you to think of this stuff logically. You know that you want to be over this. You know what you want things to be okay and to move on. And you say you're angry, you're grieving. Yeah, of course you're going to be grieving. You have to go through the process. But this is the thing. You're angry about secrets about his life. It's his life. It has nothing to do with you necessarily. Is it affecting you? I don't think so. And you're answering your own question because all that is emotion. All right. You need to think of it and dissect it logically. And notice she's facing forward. She always faces the future. Okay. And what's that up there? That's a bird. Birds, I don't know what kind of bird exactly, but anyway, that bird represents freedom. Birds in the sky in tarot mean freedom. Okay. You can free yourself of this by mentally focusing logically and processing through the emotions. You may need to go through some EFT sessions, some tapping to let go of some of the actual emotions. But the horn one shows up here showing that you're attached to these things. Okay. Attached to the past, attached to him, attached to, even though you didn't know about these things, now you're attached to the fact that you know these things. 10 of Cups shows up. Idyllic family life. Okay, so this is how you want things to be, all rainbows and happy and everything like that. So, yeah, you could do some tapping, you could do some introspection, you could try to, let go of the things you're attached to, but ultimately, the best medicine is to focus on how you want things to be, not how things are now, not the things that you're worrying about that really have no effect on you right now. It's all old. It's all past. It's all gone. But if you focus on what you want, see, it's kind of like this. A lot of people want to, do all the work and go to the therapist for 10 years twice a week. And they want to get rid of all the negative and blah, 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 blah. What people fail to remember is that darkness is the absence of light. It's not its own thing. So when you shine the light of day, the darkness, the shadows, it all disappears. So if you focus on the positive, shine the light of day, that's more powerful and will wipe out all this negativity anyway. So I hope that helps you out a little bit. Oh my gosh, we have a ton of phone calls. Beautiful came back in. Hi, Beautiful. Welcome back.
Hey, look who showed up. Edgar.
Who is it?
Edgar.
Oh, I
Edgar.
didn't have the video up. Oh, there's Edgar.
There he is.
I love great.
Just for shits and giggles, I pulled a card like we always do.
Yeah.
Look to the future, basically.
Same thing I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That I wouldn't have mentioned it otherwise, but I was like, synchronicity, it's all about, recalling your power and looking to the future, and the past is the past and can't do anything about it. So yep.
Let's see. D. Gray said, happy birthday to Sahani. Sahani said, turning 21 this year. Pretty young, but old by soul. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to go to the phone lines. Before we go to the phone lines, Beautiful popped something in. My Leo, it's back to the Leo again. My Leo didn't answer my calls today or my text. He got me mad. I sent him a message telling him I'm leaving. Damn it. I'm leaving. Drama queens everywhere. Jesus Christ.
Drama.
and to not call me because I will not answer. Okay, so what is his next actions to be? See, this is the thing. You just got finished telling us that you sent him a message telling him to leave you alone. You don't want to have
To
anything to do
basically
with him, but you
F
still want to
off.
know what he's going to do. You
Yeah.
don't need to know what he's going to do because you don't want to have anything to do with him anymore, you said.
Yeah. Well, so she said. I'm sorry,
Oh,
if somebody sent me
God.
a message like that, well, first of all, reading for that is psychic peeping Tommy
Right.
because and third party, no, not gonna do it. But just common sense says you send somebody an atomic bomb like that, what do you think he's gonna do?
I know,
I
because her
mean,
next wait, Charlotte. Then she writes her next thing. Can I know what he will be doing and what he will be feeling after seeing the message? He
Jesus.
he didn't see it yet. Well, what do you think? What Charlotte just said?
Yeah, you dropped the bomb, babe. What do you think he's gonna do?
It's to
That's
make him realize, okay, then that means you're playing games. That means you're not serious.
exactly
Right.
passive aggressive, passive aggressive.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Ask a
Sorry.
question that's going to do some good for you.
That's going to help you out. That's going to help you.
Yeah. I mean, today you already asked a question, but next time,
So
don't
I'm going to
ask about
pull,
Leo. Ask
uh,
about something that's going to help you.
I'm going to pull cards. Oh, look, the universe, World Wide Web, fast communication. He's going to get the message. 10 of swords. That's all you got to know. That's
I wonder
all
if we
you
could.
got to know.
I wonder if we could get another sword in that body.
I know. I know.
It,
I think it's dead. I think it's dead and over and dead. He's going to be really pissed and he's going to want it to be done and dead. I'm just saying.
or maybe not, but if he's not, this is a completely dysfunctional relationship that neither
Yes.
one of you should be in.
Right,
if
right.
somebody if somebody disrespected me that bad just because of one day of not returning a call,
Mm-hmm.
that, well, I hate to say it, but it kind of speaks to your maturity level. But
Yeah, well, in modern interpretations of tarot, often the world card is World Wide Web, and the 8 of Wands are things happening quickly, telecommunications, messaging, stuff like that. You got to understand, you guys are, I don't know if you're millennial or Z or what, where you are, but believe it or not, this stuff's only been around. I mean, the iPhone was 2007 when it first came out. I mean, uh, back when I was growing up and you start dating and stuff, you wouldn't hear from somebody for like days on end because you had to get to a wired telephone and dial you, and you had to be home at that exact moment to pick it up.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, um,
yeah,
yeah. Just because you don't get an answer in the first, 2, 3, 15 hours doesn't mean a bloody thing. Especially, I'm gonna be very sexist here, especially when it's a woman or a guy sending a message to a guy, because that's how guys are. We're dumb. And a lot of times we get busy, and the last thing on our mind is, oh, I have to get back to the girlfriend within 3.2 minutes, or otherwise she's going to send me this nasty text that she's breaking up with me and doesn't want to see me anymore, like Beautiful just did.
yeah.
And by the way, it's only people under the age of 40, 30 that do stuff like that, folks. We growing up, we didn't have that crap. Okay.
Yeah.
But there was no instantaneous messaging. You had to dial somebody, hope that they were home. They had to pick it up and want to talk to you and talk to you on the phone. There was no messages and like
Nope.
instantaneous. beeps in your pocket and you pull it out and it's right there. No, we didn't have that. This is a modern thing. Shouldn't even say it that way. This is a recent years thing with the younger generations where they think it has to be instantaneous. He
Yeah,
does.
but
He
so
well,
unrealistic.
it's unrealistic. He doesn't dislike you because he hasn't answered in 5 minutes. That is ridiculous. Let me explain something, difference between guys and gals. You may message your girlfriends and she's going to message back almost instantaneously, especially if you're ragging on your boyfriend or she's ragging on her boyfriend. Guys don't work that way. Like I will text a guy friend of mine and hope I'll get a message back in 2 days. I don't expect to get the message right after I just sent it because we're guys. We are focused on us. Okay. We suck, and it's the way it is.
Yeah.
Now there may be some gay guys that oh my God, I gotta get back to my boyfriend. He messaged me 5 minutes ago. But most people, we're not like that, especially the older you get, the older you are chronologically. We've been around a while. We didn't have that stuff growing up. And we had this thing, it's called patience. I know it's a foreign concept, but we had this thing called patience where you actually waited for the other person to respond.
Yeah, give him a moment to think about it.
Charlotte, she is so staring at, she can look and see whether or not he has actually seen the message. That's, by the way, that's one of the big problems with technology is that everything that's happening. Like it shouldn't let you know whether or not he's got the message or not. But just the fact that you looked on it and that he A, has not gotten the message, and yet you still B, sent the breakup message. The hell is that? That's
Yeah.
when check into the psycho ward, and I don't need to be, I don't need a relationship like that. I just don't, where I'm being micromanaged. It's oy
Yeah.
vey, oy vey. Hey, before we go to the phone lines, Charlotte, I promised I was gonna do a, what do you call it? A promo for our own Maria G. Moss and the International Association of Angel Practitioners. We're going to do the Angel Act.
Have you ever felt a divine presence and wished you could communicate more clearly with angels? Do you want to learn how to bring angelic wisdom and healing into your personal and professional life? Are you looking for a way to enhance your spiritual practice and connect with like-minded individuals? You're invited to a free preview of the Certified Angel Practitioner course. Enjoy lifetime access, structured lessons, personalized feedback, and flexible payment plans. Plus, you can become certified through the International Association of Angel Practitioners. Our supportive community and easy-to-follow program format will help you overcome challenges like lack of confidence, inconsistent connection, fear of judgment, and information overload. Make new friends and network with other spiritual entrepreneurs. Don't miss out. Visit mariagmoss.com for more details and a free preview of this transformative course. Enroll today and start your journey to becoming a certified angel practitioner.
I got to talk to her about that. It ends so abruptly.
Yeah. Can I just say
why is there no fade out on that?
Yeah. Can I just say one more thing to beautiful? Love yourself more, sweetheart. We were really kind of harsh on you there, but realistically harsh. But the bottom line is love yourself more. If something like that is upsetting you that much, I say love yourself more, respect yourself more, and then you don't feel like you have to send atomic bombs for not when you're not responded to in one day. Love yourself more.
We need, but I love it because it's the Rowdy readers,
It is, but I started feeling guilty and a little bit bad.
No, but no, it's the Rowdy readers / comedy tarot show, card show.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe we will, turn into that where, we just give it to them straight. Anyway, the Certified Angel Practitioner course, use my link. I put it into the chat. Just type in your browser psychic.cafe/CAP course. CAP, CAP, that's Certified Angel Practitioner. CAP course. Yeah, psychic.cafe/CAP course. And that's my link. So I'll get a little kickback if you enroll in the course, which is a very good course, by the way. Okay, but oh my God, that I was listening to the ad, Charlotte, and I thought I was in the spa day with the woman dying from cancer.
Yeah, I know. I
Anyway,
I know. It's not my favorite ad, but
it also ends too abruptly. The music, but behind the what we call voiceover, the voiceover is the woman talking, telling you the message. The music behind it is too loud for the voice. It should be lower, and then it should trail off and go. Ooh. It should
yeah.
go. Yes, yes. So next time I'm going to do her Angel Practitioner Handbook where I can just pop it up there and I can tell you about it instead of playing the ad because that was jarring. Speaking of jarring, tip jar. That's right. Psychic.cafe/coffee. Come buy us a cup of coffee. We forgot to tell you, if you're on the phone lines and you pop in the chat on YouTube and you say, I'm area code blah, blah, blah. My name is Joe. If you buy us a cup of coffee, we'll jump right to you. No waiting. You can be assured that we will get to, by the way, we're not getting to all the phone calls. Phone lines are full up, Charlotte, a whole page of them.
Well, let's get them so we can be rowdy.
Yeah, we're going to get to them, but we have to do the necessary stuff. Like for instance, we were just talking about Maria's course. There's my course. My course is $100 off right now, normally $299. You can get it for $199, and your professional certification and professional membership in the Tarot Guild are included free. Psychic.cafe/school. Oh, I got to put that in the chat here. School. There we go. And hey, all this cool stuff is on the school page, including my readings, which are 30% off. They're like $69 right now. If you're already a member, go to the members group, the private members only group on Psychic Cafe. You can get your certification for half price, $69. If you are not a member, you can get your membership and your certification. Let's say you don't need the course, half price. Actually, it's less than half of what certification and membership normally cost, $99. And of course, we want you to become a host on the network. Go check out hosting. That's right. There's lots of ways that you can become a host on the network. We're also starting like now. We are actually streamlining that quite a bit, but there's still a lot of different ways. You can join us on these shows. These are our Psychic Cafe live shows, and a lot of different hosts, pop in randomly and promote themselves and their work and so forth like that. But you can also have your own custom show as well. I don't think there's
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a show Wednesday, but I'll be back on Thursday. And
what's happening next Wednesday?
Yeah, see, last week we had Wednesday, but we didn't have Thursday. Now it's the opposite because I've got karaoke Wednesday night. It's the once a month, the second Wednesday of the month. So I won't be here. So we're going to take Wednesday off. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be back on Thursday. Hopefully Ellie will be with us. Michelle, Charlotte might pop in. And then no show on Friday. This Saturday, though, let's talk Halloween on Michelle's Mystic Corner. This coming Saturday, October 12th. This is a daytime show on the weekends. The weekend shows are 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And that Sunday, the 13th, is our live Zoom discussion and Q&A. It's also like a mastermind. What did I call it? A mastermind slash brainstorming session about you and your business and Psychic Cafe and the YouTube and the radio, the podcasting, your business on Psychic Cafe, you as a host. Any questions about any of that stuff and any questions in general about anything, websites, social media, marketing, general questions about how tarot works and numerology and animal communication, because Charlotte's going to be there this time and answer all those questions. Aren't you, Charlotte?
Probably. If I remember to set my alarm. I have a hard time on weekends. I'm like, oh yeah, it's
Are you
Sunday.
kidding? You have a hard time in the night ones too. I mean, there was one time you barely woke up in time to get on.
Well, yeah, but one time at night, but in the day, I'm far more likely to have I've been up for a while with the dogs and stuff, and then I'm like, you eat lunch or something, and you're like, oh, I think I'll take a little nap because I can, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's Sunday. The show's not at night; it's in the day, and then,
So we got new people coming in the chat. Nicole's in here. I am Mia Moore. There's a name for you. And they're both of them must be new because they're asking if they can ask a question. You don't have to ask a question. You just put your question in the chat. Be very specific, 1 or 2 lines, put your question in, and we'll get to it. Now, if you want something more general, you just pull a card, say, hey, can I get a message from the universe or my guides or my angels? That's how you do it. And so we're going to give time. We're going to go to the phone lines and give them time to put those questions in. By the way, Donna Gray says, coffee on its way. Thank you very much, Donna.
Thanks, Donna.
And we're going to jump over to these crazy phone lines, which are lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh, I can't even
say it again.
Because that's the line.
I forbade you to talk about Christmas tree lights in summer.
No, that's the line, Charlotte. We're supposed to say Christmas.
Like, it's lit up like fireworks on the 4th of July.
Oh, shoot. Even in July, I don't say that because then it's Christmas in July. So I still say Christmas.
Oh
my God.
I tried to come up with a new line for you, but
someone will give us one in chat. You watch and see. We're going to go to the person that's been holding the longest, area code 856. Are you there, 856?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, what's your name, hon? Where are you calling in from?
I'm Rose Maria from New Jersey.
Oh,
hey, Rose Maria.
How are you?
Well, we are good. We're rowdy readers today. What can we do for you tonight?
I have a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening, and all that happy stuff. So, whatever messages I'm supposed to get for a new job, or getting money coming in this week, or whatever you guys can get, that's positive.
Something.
Well, okay, now let me just pop in there. Whatever you guys can get that's positive, that we don't control that, because if we were just making up answers, we could easily make up something positive. Hopefully the message will be positive, but sadly, you get what I'm saying there, but we'll work on it because I'm sorry that you're having a hard time and hope that the message is good. Dax, are you doing that one or am I?
I'm going to let you do it because I'm in the chat room trying to get the questions out of them.
Okay. What does Rose praise? I'm just asking about your financial situation. Let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle has to say. For some reason, I just pulled 3 cards and never pull 3 cards.
Wow, that's
Evan,
weird.
I never pull 3 cards. So, um, and it's kind of funny that I prefaced your question with what I did, because you got the first card that you got was the Wailing Tree, which is about reconciliations. And really what this is talking about is life is an either or, it can be both. And so when you're asking for something happy, life isn't always happy. Sometimes we have to take the good with the bad, the happy with the sad, that kind of thing, and roll with it, and not let ourselves stick in the sad, because sometimes we have, as a human species, I'm going to say, we have a tendency to, when bad things happen, we tend to let ourselves get mired down into that, and we just wallow in it. We're just like, oh, and wallow in this sadness, like it's a big pit of mud, and and I'm just gonna cover myself with this mud and this sadness and this. But you have to remember that, yeah, today, you know, better days are coming. And then we got that farther gate, again, brand new card. We've seen the Wailing card before. Farther gate, which is a bold step forward. And it's saying, you know what? To me, I haven't seen this card, but it's like, um, you're gonna maybe have to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, sweetheart, and to because geez, use your word, Charlotte. Look, right now, I'm like, I've got so many words trying to come out at once, but to get out of this situation that you find yourself in financially, sometimes we want to just keep falling back on, the comfortable things, the things that we've always done because they're comfortable. That's what we know how to do. You might have to step out of the comfort zone and find yourself in a little bit different position. And then we get the many masks cards. I love this job. You get the many masks, many masks, not many, like a lot of masks.
No
Card,
habla
and
inglés.
that you shush right now. It talks about being your authentic self, and sometimes this is back to that, almost one of that first thing, the birthday card for the birthday girl. I'm trying to blank on her name, but it's about being your authentic self, and sometimes uh you know you have to be beaten back a little bit before you can um realize who you really are. But it's also saying, go, tap into your inner courage, energize your inner allies. um you're gonna have to make a conscious shift to get to where you're going. So I hope that helps, because I think it's just saying, well, yeah, just step out of your comfort zone if you can, and look at, because there are a lot of different areas that you can seek help from. You might have to help, maybe at different agencies or whatnot that can help you through your financial hard times, stuff like that. So that's all I have to say.
Rose Maria in Jersey. I hope that helped you out, Rose Maria. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome sauce. Awesome
Keep
sauce.
your chin up. Keep your chin up.
Yes, focus on how you'd like it to be. Focus on the brightness that, that came up earlier.
Yep.
How do you want things to be? Instead of, that's what everybody does. They focus on the negative and the lack, and they don't focus on how they want it to be. It also leads into what you were saying, Charlotte. This is important for a lot of people. What you were saying about, stepping outside of your comfort zone,
Yep.
seeking assistance, blah, blah, blah. See, this is the thing. People get into a certain way of doing things. In fact, 98% of our lives are just habit that's programmed in our subconscious. We think we're consciously turning off the road to get the Starbucks on the way to work. No, you do that every morning. You've done it every single morning, every single day. And it's programmed in your subconscious. It's like, oh, I think I'll have a caramel macchiato today. You didn't even decide that. Your subconscious decided that 10 minutes before it popped in your conscious mind.
Muscle memory.
I'm telling you, we are so used to, and we're designed that way. We're designed to develop these habits. It goes all the way back to when we had to, sometimes forage for food, and we had to know the water was over here, the food was over here. And so we'd make these patterns, and map things out in our subconscious mind where things were. And it's a natural part of our mind and our brain and how it functions, and creating synapses. But you can create new ones. But to break it means you have to go out of your comfort zone. You have to do something.
You have to work at it.
Yeah, something you don't normally do, and you don't normally, on a normal day, get up and call 10 agencies and ask them questions about, assistance. You don't normally, get on the horn and get on YouTube, or not YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and contact a gazillion people and say, hey, what is there an opportunity here? What's that there? What's it? Hey, what do you think about this? Should I do that? Hey, got an idea about this? No, we sit there and we just sit there because we're used to getting up and having our cup of coffee and going, oh, always me.
Yep.
I can't get ahead. Okay.
Yep.
When you say I can't get ahead, that means you've not even thought about the future.
And you're also telling the universe what you
want more of that. You want more of that. That's how it works, folks. If you say, oh, I don't have the money I need and I don't know what to do, and I can't get ahead, and the universe is going, oh, listen to that Dax guy. He wants more of that. I'm going to give him more of not getting ahead. I'm going to give him more of lack, and I'm going to give him more of not enough money. The universe doesn't judge, or it doesn't function that way. Actually, it's really strange, Charlotte. The universe, the way it works, it functions like our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind, for one thing, it cannot process negatives. That's why if somebody is walking across, you got the toddler and you give him the milk, and he's walking across the kitchen, and you go, don't drop that milk.
Yeah, don't spill the milk.
The don't doesn't register. Drop the milk registers. Why? Because toddlers are in an alpha state, a state of hypnosis, until they reach about 6, 7 years old. We are in a constant state of hypnosis when we're born through age 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, you're starting to get a personality. 5, 6, 7, then you're probably out of it. But that's why people in that 2, 3, 4 can learn 5 languages at once. It's a beautiful time, and it's fleeting, because once it's gone, then we have to, on purpose, actively go into hypnosis, actively go into an alpha state or lower, in order to make change in our lives. Yep. That's how that works.
Yep.
Oh man. Hey, just real quick before we go back to the phone lines, I'm waiting. I greeted and I greeted Nicole, still waiting on their questions. I think might be putting it in new. Oh, Annie's here, new subscriber. Yay. Thanks for subscribing, Annie. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the cafe. I love our name because we could just say that. Welcome to the cafe.
Yeah, that's what I like about it too.
Yeah. And a couple other things. So I am said, laugh out loud. I love your sense of humor. See, I told you, Charlotte, I miss my calling. I should have been
Oh,
a
but how
comic.
are they talking about your sense of humor, not my sense of humor?
You have a sense of humor? Ah, no. See,
I kind of,
we're a great couple for rowdy readers. I'm telling you.
we are.
We got to turn this into the comedy show. But I have to write some patterns.
That's why
for
it's
each
called
show.
Monday Fun Day, dude. I
Funday,
mean, come on.
Funday. Oh, by the way, you're gonna okay. Hold on. Do not freak out or scream. So back, I can't remember what we were saying exactly, but in chat, didn't catch it till now because that's what happens. We have to scroll through the chat.
Yeah.
Beautiful had responded to some of the stuff towards the end. You're gonna die. Do not scream. So beautiful goes, who wouldn't love their self? You talk nonsense. I'm sorry. Of course we love ourselves.
No, you
Lady,
don't.
what planet are you on? Because I
No.
guarantee you, every person living out there at some point or another, and some of us continuously, are not super happy with ourselves all the way to totally dislike ourselves.
And when you have to drop an atomic bomb like that, girlfriend, you do not like yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think
Because
it's him. Actually, it's not.
otherwise yourself
Well, no, you know what it is? She's insecure.
well,
You
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you dislike yourself so much that you're insecure that you think that just because someone doesn't respond to a text in 3 minutes that they no longer like you, love you, hate you, want to be around you. It's all up here. It's all about you and how you feel about yourself, not about what he's doing. Because remember,
Yeah.
we've never actually found out. Yeah. And I know people go to tarot readers for that, but that's fortune telling, folks. That's not what we do. We
Yeah.
we do a form of coaching is what we're doing. And it's not that predictive elements don't come out. It doesn't mean I will actually answer those questions. I don't care how crazy the question is. I will answer it, but then I will try to turn it around so it's empowering for you. But we don't want to psychic peeping Tom. And my whole thing always is when someone asks me, what does Joe Blow think about this, the message I sent, whatever, go ask Joe Blow.
Yeah.
It's like, why try to find out in some circuitous, is that the right word? Secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why do that? Why do that? That is dumb. That is dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I am.
And why drop a bomb like that if you're gonna care about what he thinks anyway? I mean,
Yeah.
you're obviously dropping that bomb to get a reaction. You don't really want to never hear from him again. That's completely obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really, pardon the French, it's a really shitty way to go about it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like kind of like throwing a tantrum, and you know, love yourself, and that's given not from me saying love yourself. Uh, actually came from my heart. The rest of it did too. It just came out a little more sassy. But in all seriousness,
love
the most
yourself.
important part is love yourself.
No, but honey, love yourself. Twink lives matter.
Yeah, well,
Gen Z
take
or
the info.
Gen Y or whatever Gen you are,
Yeah,
lives matter
take,
too.
yeah, they do.
Uh,
Yeah, you're
so
exactly right. And my bad for trying to be my bad.
yeah.
Sorry, beautiful.
So
My bad.
we have a few minutes left. We're going to see what phone calls we can get. By the way, if you're on the phone lines waiting and you don't want to wait, if you want to make sure we get to your question and you don't have to wait and call back in on Thursday, guess what? Go to psychic.cafe/coffee, buy us a cup of coffee, jump in the chat on YouTube, live and type in, hey, this is Jane, and I'm area code 559, and I just bought you a cup of coffee. Guess what? We stop whatever we're doing. We go to your call.
Yeah, did Diane's cup of coffee come through so we can answer her question?
Say that. Whoa, you lost me. I'm sorry.
Didn't you tell me that Donna sent us a cup of coffee?
Yeah, but that's it.
Oh, she didn't.
See, you are allowed to send us a cup of coffee just because you're sending us some love, and you don't necessarily are going to ask a question. And
Wow.
yeah, she's a regular. She's a member. She's not going to necessarily ask a question. If she wants to, go ahead, Donna, ask a question in chat, or tell us your phone number. Well, not your whole phone number, but type in your area code. And if you're on the phone lines, we'll bring you on. No waiting, because you want a cup of coffee. But I think what she meant, she's just sending a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm just sending her some love.
Sending love. Hey, real quick, I wanted to mention that I am put a question in chat finally. Annie did as well. Have not heard from Nicole. Nicole, if I missed your question, retype it back in. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to the phone lines. Area code 850 has been waiting the longest. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 850.
Yay, it's Michelle calling from Florida.
Hey, Michelle from Florida.
Oh my God, you're actually in Florida. I just received a message from one of my hypnosis instructors. He's doing a webinar, wants me to come to the webinar on Wednesday, and he says, forgive the background setup and everything, because I'm in a hotel in Ohio, because I live in Florida and I flew out of that shithole. So he's doing his webinar.
I left on the last hurricane.
Oh, you did?
Go ahead. On that last hurricane, I did, and usually I ride it out, and I think I'm gonna ride this one out.
Oh, okay.
Unless it turns, if it turns more to, because last time we was right in the eye of it, it hit maybe an hour away from me, so it saved us.
Well, good luck. We got our fingers crossed.
Yes, I don't know about this time,
Put on the Jimmy Buffett music and ride out that hurricane, baby.
I hear you. Not unless I see it's going to get real bad, then I'll take off in I got a little 14-foot camper I'll take off in. But anyways, I had a question. If it's all right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I met a guy for the first time in 6 months that I actually is very attracted to, and everything was going great. And then his son had a car wreck, and he had to take off to Georgia. And of course, that's where his ex-wife is, and they've been on and off. They've been on and off for a couple of years, and so I don't know what's going on. So he's like ignoring me. So she must have came back down with him. But we had a really good connection. So I'm like, what in the world? I'm just like heartbroken. So I'm hoping, if she leaves, will we be able to, create a bond? Because we only went out on one date, you know what I mean? But I was like head over heels over him. And I think he was me too, but then all that happened with the son in the wreck and this ex-wife up there, and so
yeah,
I don't know if he's just taught that he doesn't know what he wants yet, or if it's just his ex-wife pursuing it, or what. I don't know.
Well, he's the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. That's her. She's coming in this way, and yeah, he. Showing up as the page either means he's younger or mentally he's not as mature. And so he's going to go after whatever, she says and what happens. If she goes away, there is a possibility, though, because right after that, I get the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, yay. And then the Page of Wands, there's somebody else, too. This is a different person shows up. So what this is looking like to me is if she gets out of the picture, that there's a possibility to rekindle well, there's not much to rekindle because you only had one date, but you something could definitely happen. But the universe also wants you to know that there's another page out there for you. This time, the page of wands. So yeah, it could happen,
Huh.
but it's not very
I'm
clear.
like head over heels over him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
and then he's younger. He's younger than me. He's like 13 years younger than me, but he's very mature for his age.
That's why he's showing up as
he's
the
served-
page.
He's was in the military, so he's very mature, you know. And then it's really weird though, because
I was in the
just got a
military and
text.
I wasn't mature. People thought I was mature.
Oh,
but
really?
Yeah, that's that.
And then it's really weird. I just got a text. I just got a text from a friend that was in the same marina as me, and oh my God, he is so good looking. But I don't think he would ever go for me because he's
younger
than me,
too?
Yeah.
Yep. See, that's the other page. The reason why these
really?
guys are showing up as
We're
pages
just
because
friends. I don't.
hold on, Michelle.
I don't know if
Take a breath.
Okay.
Michelle, I'm putting you on hold. I'm putting you on hold. Rowdy readers. Sometimes to get a word in edgewise. Some were, trying to get a word in edgewise there. Okay. There's a reason why these people are showing up as pages. In the tarot deck, the pages, the knights, the queens, and the kings. The queens and the kings are the more mature. When a knight shows up, they could be contemporary with you, either chronological age or your outlook on life. But when they're showing up as pages, okay, that's very young. In fact, pages usually show up to talk about your kids, not about your boyfriend. Okay. When it shows up that way, not super bad, but it's saying, yeah, you are attracting the same kind of guy. And I don't think you were listening because you were just going back over what I just went over.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. I said that he's the Page of Pentacles. She's the Queen of Pentacles, the one that he used to be married to. Okay, the ex. She is in more control. She's more mature. Of course, if he gets in contact with her, goes to where she is, and I don't know whether he brought her back or not. I'd have to do a whole reading and pull like lots of different cards to see who's where doing what. But this is the thing. If she is not in the picture, Ace of Cups, yeah, he's a page. You can very easily throw him back in and do whatever you want with the little guy. The
little guy. You did not just say that.
But hey, I'm not the cougar here. I'm just talking to her. Okay, and then I'm telling you, we're going to turn this into the comedy card show. We are doing it. And then the last card I got is this Page of Wands, another page, and you just said this other younger guy, he's hot in your marina, it's like, hello, so if it doesn't work out with, if she doesn't go away, Ace of Cups, there's between him and this guy, there's definitely something's going to happen. There's a possibility. There's great possibilities. There's multiple possibilities. I don't know what you're worrying about. You got multiple possibilities there, Michelle.
Yeah. And again, just for shits and giggles, pull the card, the Unmarked Trail, which talks about basically, there is no reward at the end of an unmarked trail. It's going nowhere, And so in your heart, you already know. You've already made the choice. You're just kind of in denial at the moment. And you just have to, pack lightly and say, see you later. Because, dude, first of all, we're talking about one date that happened 6 months ago. And does that really constitute a relationship? No, no, that
Yeah.
constitutes one really nice evening with somebody that was nice to hang out with.
You know what I
So,
would do? Let me know when
huh?
you're done. I'm gonna tell you what I would do.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, with this card, I think you called us hoping we'd say something else, but I think your heart already knows the answer. So, because seriously, one date in 6 months, ex-wife, they've got a kid together that's been in a car accident. Big emotional stuff always brings people back together.
Yep.
I mean, they may break up again, but after one date,
Right.
you may not even still be on his radar. I'm not saying you're not a fabulous woman, but it's a little it's tough to base a relationship on one date. I'm done.
I think that you should just, find that page of wands, the other guy in the marina, and hunker
Yes.
down with the little man and
The other little man.
the other little man, and ride out the hurricane together. And trust me, that will form a bond, especially if you end up, swimming together trying to escape the sharks. Anyway, I don't know what you people do in Florida, but whatever it is.
Wasting away in Margaritaville.
Margaritaville, yeah. Anyway, that's what I would do. I forget about the other guy, and I'd go after this other page and say, hey, track him down. Hey, Travis. They're always named Travis. Hey, Travis. Um, can I ride out? Can I ride out the hurricane in your place? It's more secure.
Yeah, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Can you be my big strong man for me? I'm scared.
I'm scared. Yes, yes.
I need to be wrapped in your big, strong arms in your nice soft bed.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
did I say that out loud?
Oh,
I did.
yep.
I
So
own it.
back in the chat, Annie wants to know what is coming next in my love life, Charlotte.
Oh
And
God.
and
Stop
I
putting
am.
that question tonight.
I know it's that thing again. I am. Oh, and Annie says, I like how you both give the right advice. Thanks, Annie. We love you too. Natalie just came in too. Hi, Natalie. I hope you're enjoying
Hey,
the show.
Natalie.
It's a comedy show disguised as a tarot reading show.
Monday, Sunday. That's all
Monday,
that's all I have to say
Sunday.
about it. But
So,
first of all, my question is, girlfriend, what are you doing about your love life?
yeah.
And are you putting yourself in situations that you can meet people? Are you, so let's just put that out there so it can float around, and then I'm going to pull a few cards here and see what they have to say while you think about my question to you.
Oh gosh, we have to read like this the whole time from now on.
I know. I told you it was going to be one of those. It was going to be one of those days. So,
Well, it's because I spent 4 days nonstop watching comedy specials.
and I spent one day with my patients being tried to the absolute limit.
And that's all you need. That's all you need. Wait, Charlotte. And that's different from when? You always have days like that.
Can you see this? Can you see this?
I
Can you see this? Do I need to put another one up? Okay. So here we go. Here we go, Annie. So this is so cool. These are all new cards. I'm loving this. I mean, this must be what it takes to get new cards to start coming up. So first of all, you got Fortune's Will, luck, and the right timing. Okay, really not much more you need to say about that as far as your love life, because so many relationships really, I mean, you can try to create a relationship or a situation where a relationship happens all you want. But what it boils down to is the magician's sword, confidence in your magic. So confidence in yourself is going to is going to help the luck and right timing happen. And then I'm going to draw 3 cards more often because I just gave myself goosebumps.
Oh, good.
Seriously. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. So, I mean, God, that was a pretty sweet. As much as I thought this was going to be a like kind of in your face, ha 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 kind of reading, to me, it ended up being like the ultimate, you know, right place, right time, bring your A game, have, let your inner light shine. Then you've got limitless, possibilities are endless. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting for your love life. I hope.
Annie says, yeah, it's not working out with anyone. I had one serious relationship, but broke really bad. I guess broke up really bad. Right now I'm single.
Okay. Well,
So,
one would hope you would be single if you're searching for new love, because otherwise that's all cheating. And
or no, it could be just, preparing for the
window shopping for the
yeah,
in the eventuality that she does break up with somebody. But
I always tell people, don't quit the job till you have the next one lined up, so it's the same thing.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work in relationships.
It always worked for me. I've done it for 30 years. Anyway, your mom just came in and had a message. I mean, I don't mean your mom, but your with a U R.
I was gonna say, my mom just came in. You just turned into a medium because
I know. Wouldn't that be cool? But it's the letter U, the letter R, mom. Your mom.
That's
said,
like one of those jokes. Your mama.
yo, mama. Anyway, your mom says you radiate positive energy. Wow.
Yeah.
We are radiating.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that you or me? Because or both
I
of
think
us.
it's both of us. I think it's both of us.
And does she have to be rowdy?
Natalie said, hey, you two. I enjoy hearing from you guys. So logically awesome and inventively humorous. Thumbs up.
Inventively humorous. That's a new one.
I know. Well, but it's perfect. It's it's so true. It's so true. I told you I missed my calling. I should have been a stand-up comic.
And look, there he goes, taking credit for all the humor again tonight. Jesus, Dad.
I didn't take credit
what
for
am I gonna do
it.
with you?
I'm only taking credit for my side of it. I can't help it if my side was 80%, yours was 20. Anyway,
in your dreams.
Yeah, go back and watch the show over again. D Gray, yes, you are both. See, she said you are both. Annie says, thanks, Charlotte. Your reading made me hopeful. Oh, okay. It made her hopeful.
Well, I hope so, because it was a very hopeful reading.
Yeah. And those
are really great cards. So
real quick,
90 seconds.
Don't worry, folks. That's just the streaming from radio. YouTube's not going to end. Okay, that's just the countdown. Which means we got to end the show. We're like way over. When you hear the warning, that means we are 30 minutes longer than we were supposed to go.
But we've been having fun. We're,
Yeah, I got to get to these. I got to get to these answers. I got cards, and people are waiting. I had asked,
60 seconds.
Will John Nisha and Skeet McFlurry have a romantic connection, fulfilling my manifestations? That is the most weirdest, honestly specific, strangest question. The way you put it. I'm not saying in general, just the way you put it. It's also psychic peeping Tomming. But
also you cannot manifest for somebody else.
Yeah. And so unless are you John or Skeet, But I'm going to tell you what I got anyway. And I got the Four of Wands. So yeah, looking pretty promising. The other card was the Two of Swords.
10 seconds.
So that's just showing that there is some decision that either you or him, because again, we don't know if one of those is you or if you're a third party. What anyway, someone in the three of you, is it a menage a trois? Anyway, somewhere in the three of you, you guys have a question where you're either unable or unwilling to make the decision, and that needs to happen. But hey, you could end up at, the Four of Wands is in relationship questions. A really good card to get. That's like wedding receptions and celebrations.
Yeah, but I'm going to go back to, you can't manifest for anyone else. Those things may happen that Dax read, and the way he read it is perfect because, he is Dax after all. But I'm going to say don't waste your time trying to manifest for somebody else because it just isn't possible. You can manifest your own energy, your own destiny, not anybody else's. Done. Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, I was saying I'm because I forgot to take it off mute because I'm not staring at that. I'm staring at the chat, and I'm trying to understand what I am is saying, but it's like too esoteric for me. And I am said, did you see all my question? Yeah, I think so. But even if I didn't, you can only ask one question. Okay. Anyway, we need to get out of here because we are way late. All right. And for those of you who just came in, we'll be back on Thursday. Come early. All right. And if we didn't answer your question or there's other questions or whatever, come back on Thursday. And we got to get out of here. I apologize to the people on the phone lines that we didn't get to because we just ran
were rowdy.
And we were rowdy, and it took longer to answer questions because we were having too good of a time.
Too much fun. Monday,
Too much
Monday.
fun. But I got to tell you, this is the best shows we've ever done. We got to get everybody to listen to this replay. Like, Michelle's going to be so jealous she missed this.
She is. Yep. She picked the
Bye,
wrong
everybody.
to show up. Night,
Thanks.
John boy.
Thanks, Charlotte. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, Sue Ellen.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.